Good morning once again, guys. I hope you're all well, man. It's been a while. Just checking back in. Just coming to you, just having a sip of my coffee, as you can see. Goat, that's my nickname, the greatest of all time, or that thing there, the old goat. But yeah, good morning. Happy Tuesday, and welcome back to Fly to the Phoenix. The podcast where we rise from the ashes of our pain, our past, and our patterns, and become who we always wanted to be, or meant to be. I'm so glad that I'm getting people tuning in, obviously sending messages saying keep up the great story. It's helping lots of people that are going through similar issues, similar pains. But yeah, I think I've got through the rough stuff. I'm much stronger for it. And yeah, whether you're driving, you're folding your laundry, you're journaling, or just lying in bed trying to get through the day, this is space for you. So welcome back. Today we're talking about something that doesn't always look like strength, but it is. It's emotional strength. And I don't mean pretending to be okay, or don't mean pushing down pain, or being unbothered by things that should bother you, basically just trying to be strong all the time. I mean the kind of strength that shows up quietly. See the 8 o'clock flights coming in here, 8:30 flights coming in over our heads here in Prestbury. Excuse the noise. I mean the kind of strength that shows up quietly in the middle of a breakdown, when no one is clapping, when you choose to feel what you'd rather numb, when you say this hurts and stay with it anyway. That's real power. That's the fire, and that's where we rise. Let's start by getting really clear. Emotional strength is not faking a smile when you're breaking inside, shoving your emotions into a box labeled not now, being the strong friend who never needs help. There's a lot of people like that. And or pushing past your limits for the sake of appearances. Just to put on that face and, go in and act like nothing's wrong. What I used to think was emotional strength was being invincible, unshakable, and unaffected. But when I learned, painfully slowly, is that emotional strength is not about how little you feel. It's about how deeply you allow yourself to feel, without letting it destroy your spirit. What is emotional strength? Feeling without drowning. You let the grief, the anger, the fear move through you, but you don't let it define you. Number 2, boundaries. Saying no when it's easy to say yes. Walking away from what wounds you, even if it's familiar. Asking for help. That's something we don't do, especially men. We don't ask for help. We want to continue and go on. This one's huge. Emotional strength says, I don't have to carry this alone. Choose healing over hardness. You know what's easier than healing? Becoming bitter, shutting down, building walls. But strength says, I won't let this make me someone I'm not. That is powerful. There's a quote by Edwin Louis Cole. It goes like this: you don't drown by falling in the water. You drown by staying there. Think about that. Emotional strength is not about never falling. It's about choosing to come up for air again and again and again. I want to give you something to sit with. Maybe you can journal on it later, or just think about it for now. Where in your life have you confused emotional strength with emotional suppression? What would it look like to be strong and soft at the same time? Just think about those. Throughout the course of the day, you can write them down, do whatever you have to do, but think about them. The Phoenix Within. This podcast is called Flight to the Phoenix for a reason. The Phoenix isn't born in calm. It's born in flame. And you, if you're listening to this, you've been through something. Maybe no one saw it. Maybe no one clapped for your healing. But you're still here and you're still breathing. That is emotional strength. Not perfection, not pretending, but the messy, brave, beautiful work of showing up. Crying and getting back up. Breaking, then building again. Not once, but hundreds of times and daily. And each time you rise, you don't come back as who you were. You come back stronger, wiser, and truer. In closing, so here's your reminder. You are not weak for feeling. You are not broken for needing time. You are not falling just because it hurts sometimes. You are strong, not because life is easy, but because you are still loving, still hoping, and still healing, even with scars. That's emotional strength. And that's what makes you a phoenix. If this episode spoke to something in you, I'd love for you to share it with me sometime. Whoever you might be, and if you might need it. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. I have more powerful conversations and reflections coming soon. And my story is only on its path. And as I said in the last episode, the best is still to come. Until then, take care of your heart, speak kindly to yourself, and keep rising. You were never meant to stay in the ashes.